pantun dijual kepada saudara-saudari, juru terbang di kokpit memenuhi balasan. Anak kapal di kabin sungguh rupawan, juru terbang di kokpit lupa jangan. Selamat datang ke AirAsia, saya ucapkan insyaAllah selamat ke destinasi tujuan. Assalamualaikum, salam hormat, salam sejahtera. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The captain here. My name is Shaha, and with me is Farah, the first officer. And we welcome you on board AK6307 on behalf of AirAsia.
Can you give us a demonstration of your announcements on the flight?
All right. Well, I got to be on a flight to do that.
Pretend like you're in the cockpit right now.
Okay. As a welcoming address, you mean? With a pantun included in it?
With a pantun included in it?
Well, let's just go straight with a PA.
Okay.
Here we go. Assalamualaikum, salam hormat, salam sejahtera. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, the captain here. My name is Shaha, and with me is Zan, the first officer. And we would like to welcome you on board AK2324 on behalf of AirAsia. And in the cabin, there is Tasha, and she will be supervising another 3 cabin crew. And our mission is to ensure a safe and enjoyable trip for all of you. Please call upon any one of them if there is anything they could do. And we are happy to honor our guests, and yes, that's you. 2 hours and 30 minutes will be the total flight time. And up to an altitude of 34,000 feet, we shall climb, expecting a generally smooth ride with light turbulence from time to time. So just check on the seatbelt signs. When you hear this chime, I'm going to put the seatbelt signs on. I'll say Moore, Jasin, Batu Pahat, to name a few, of the towns and cities we will be flying through. And I mention this in case you run out of things to do. Well, at least if you are next to a window, you can enjoy the view. And flying you safely to Jakarta is our primary mission. And for that, the safety demo, please pay attention. It only takes a few minutes for you to watch and listen. As in life, we are taught that anything could happen. And I guess I have delivered my speech all right. Inshallah, we aim for an uneventful flight. And what I'm about to say, you heard many times, you might. So now sit back, relax, and let us enjoy this flight.
That is great.
Nah, I've been doing it too many times. It's just stuck there.
How much thought do you put into it?
Well, at the beginning, I had to spend a bit of time just to. Well, the inspiration came obviously from Dr. Seuss. That rhyming, so I just had to sit down and just plan out what I'm gonna say. And it was written on a piece of paper, practice it for a few times, and after it became normal, it just stuck in the head, and I could just say it off like that. But the pantuns, I'd say, well, I gotta be in the cockpit, you gotta give me that, I have to close my eyes, you just gotta imagine that something is happening, I gotta have a feel. Plus, with people around us, they're gonna know I'm thinking too hard with all my eyes moving from left to right. And
when did you start doing this?
When I joined AirAsia. I came to AirAsia less than 3 years. I'm less than 3 years in AirAsia when I first joined. Obviously, during the trainings, I didn't start doing it.
Yep.
Then when I started doing line flying, I discovered that the majority of passengers that we carry are local ones.
Right.
And Pantun appeals to a lot of us. And I can't think of anyone who would be insulted listening to a pantun.
Yeah, why would
You
they?
get foreigners who don't understand it, but as soon as they discover what it's all about by asking our cabin crew, they find that it's wonderful.
Yeah.
They could hear the rhyme, they may not understand what I'm saying, but at the end of the day, they themselves think it's wonderful. And I get compliment letters from passengers and saying how they enjoyed that flight. That's how I see it.
Why do you do it?
Well, I'd say it's just the word is I'd say satisfaction. I do it out of self-satisfaction. I do it because I feel I just want to give something out.
Right.
Okay, there's a trade here. There's agreement between me and the management that got me in here. So we have this agreement. They're going to pay me such and such. I'm going to perform my work up to a certain amount that they require me to do.
Right.
So they, obviously being a pilot, they require me to fly our guests, AirAsia guests, safely. So the word is safely from point A to point B. And now that I have delivered that, I just feel that I just got to put in some extra, kind of like a bonus, so that if I'm going to be going home, at the back of my head, I'm going to know that I did my best.
Right.
I did more than what was asked by the company. So it's definitely the best that I gave to the company. But I don't do it all the time. I'm not obliged to do it.
Right.
So when safety becomes an issue, or when I have other responsibilities like training,
Yeah.
so I got to prioritize which one gets the front seat.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, when you do this, what's the reaction? What kind of comments you get? Like reactions from the passengers?
I got a bunch of them, which I have with me.
What stuck in your mind? What was like the best comment you got?
Well, I got a passenger actually telling me that because they were surprised,
Right.
when they heard the accent that I speak in, and they heard how jovial or how happy I sound over the public address. So when I stepped out of the flight deck and they looked at me, they said, "Well, this is not the look that we expected." So I said, then what look did you expect?
Yeah.
What look did you expect? You know, no, but at least we didn't expect someone with a beard. Well, I said, "What's wrong with having one?" I said, "Well, you look like a sheikh." But let's put it this way: you're not just any ordinary sheikh. Let's call you Sheikh Speare. Okay, Sheikh Speare. That's what we're going to call you from now. Okay, I said good. So that was the best remark from these friends. These passengers are just friends. I just feel happy giving out to them, and well, I'm not really hoping this kind of recognition. It's not something that I'm striving to get, but it comes. So I have to say, Alhamdulillah, it comes, and good. But it's not what I'm looking for. It's just self-satisfaction. I just want to give out.
So here's a question. I think a lot of people are thinking: is this actually a social media strategy?
Well, I was never asked by anyone to do this. I'm not being forced to do this.
Sure.
Well, if there's anyone I can say I'm going to listen to, okay, between my wife and my boss, I probably listen to my wife more than my boss. She can't tell me to do anything. So I guess the boss won't be able to force me into doing what I don't want to do, unless, of course, if it's agreed that I got to do it.
Yeah.
Right. Unless it's that agreement between me and the company, okay, you got to fly the passengers point A, point B, I'd say, no, I can't do that, because the agreement says that this is what I got to do. But as I said, the poetry and the pantuns are all additional stuff that I just feel like giving it as an extra.
Where did you get your accent?
I grew up in New York City.
Hey!
I grew up in New York City, in Roosevelt Island, New York.
Hey! I used to live there!
In Roosevelt
Island, 10 River Road.
And you were between which year to which year?
1989 to 1990, early 90s.
I was there from 1981.
Right, earlier than me.
And we left before you came.
All right. Okay. Roosevelt Island. Now you took the tram to Manhattan.
That's right. There's no bridge that can take us to Manhattan. We got to go through Queens.
Yes. And then you go
from
back up.
Queens, you got to go up again through the Queensboro Bridge to Manhattan.
But when I was there was already the subway.
I heard. There was no subway when we were there.
Look, what routes do you fly?
With AirAsia, I go wherever they tell me to go. So if for today in my roster says you go to Chennai, then Chennai it is. So we work on a roster. So if it's just Singapore, then Singapore it is. So it really depends on what the company has in plan for us.
Okay. And you like being a pilot? How long have you been a pilot?
16 years.
16 years. Okay.
The year 2000, and this is my 16th year. Yeah.
Enjoy it.
I've always wanted to
ambition?
fly. Yeah, it has always been my my dream to fly, and I'm grateful. Grateful that I'm finally doing it.
Right. I mean, a lot of young young people who want to be pilots right now.
Right.
They find like the industry is kind of saturated. What advice do you have for them?
I don't know really, because if I'm going to comment on that, well, I'm going to tend to sound like more of a ustaz, because I'm inclined towards that. I believe in what's called rizq. It's what is destined for you.
Right.
They say rizqi.
Yep.
What is meant for you. What is meant for you will not pass. And what passes you wasn't meant for you anyway.
Right. Yeah.
So if something did not happen to you, it wasn't meant to happen anyway.
Right.
And if something happens, no matter what you say, it was meant to happen.
Right.
So that is my belief. But I'm not going to impose my belief on others. But if anyone has dreams or aspirations to get into aviation, I'd say go for it. You got that dream, and put in the effort. You combine an aspiration with effort, you're getting closer. I can't promise you that you're going to get it, but at least you're working towards it. But if you just have a dream without the effort, then they say dream on.
Right.
You can have the effort, but someone else's dream. We hear about this when there's children who are forced into doing courses, or they do things that their parents want them to do. So it's their effort, but someone else's dream. What happens? It goes halfway. So with a dream and the hard work put in, I can say that inshallah you're getting closer. So my advice to the people out there who have that dream, that idea of getting into aviation, do it. Well, AirAsia's here. We have the cadet pilot trainings.
Right.
There are people out there who they worry that if they're going to have to sponsor their own trainings, there's no guarantee of a job.
Right.
Now, who's going to pay the bills after that? Well, AirAsia is here. We got a cadet pilot program, which is a good avenue for them to start. Apply. It's like a reality show. So apply, go through the stages.
Get eliminated.
Yeah, some of them may get eliminated, some of them may get through, and yeah, as I said, risk.
Yep.
If it's meant to be yours,
It's
it
meant
won't
to be.
pass.
Yeah. So, the video's gone viral. Videos have gone viral. How do you
All right.
feel about it? Are you enjoying the process? Are
I
you
don't
enjoying
know.
the attention?
Well, seriously, I can't say that I'm enjoying it. I can say that
You don't enjoy it?
Honestly, it's not that I enjoy it, but I just feel that I'm being appreciated with the positive comments that people give.
Yeah.
They appreciate what I'm doing. I just feel appreciated. That's the better word to say. Pride, definitely not. It's not what I'm looking for. And plus, in that video, yes, I see comments. People were saying that because the first officer, the co-pilot, was closer to the camera, they're not really listening to the poetry. Well, nah. So I guess if you want to bring someone here and get more likes, or let's get more shares, then probably you want to bring Farah here. I don't know whether she's here or not.
So you think that's the reason?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just playing around.
Look,
Anyway.
you're a nice guy. You sound like a nice
Mashallah,
guy. You
barakallah.
seem like a nice guy.
Mashallah.
I think you are. I mean, walking around the office, everybody seems to be calling you, saying
well.
hi, taking selfies with you.
Well, yeah, I try to be as nice as I could, but as they say, you can't really please everyone, because when there's a group of people who like what you're doing, okay, it's by nature there's going to be another group who are uneasy with what you're doing. But at the end of the day, when I think about that, if I'm going to actually let that take over my thoughts or my feelings, then of course I'm going to give up.
Right.
Because some people don't like it, so I'm going to give up. But I try to get over it by thinking about the reason why I do it. I didn't do it for them at the first place. I didn't do it for anyone at the first place. I didn't even do it for myself. I just did it because I'm being paid to do a particular job, and I feel that if I could just give a little extra in it,
The best way you can, right?
I justified the reward that they gave me.
Right.
Like, so they're paying me for my job.
Yeah.
So why not if I just put in a little extra? It's like if I'm gonna be selling rice and you're gonna buy 1 kilogram for me. Yes, I'm gonna weigh 1 kilogram. Let's just take another scoop, put it in just to be careful. Maybe part of that 1 kilogram is not even rice. So let's just take 1 scoop, put it in. There you go. I don't mind. Just put in a little extra.
Well, I think it's a nice story. I think it's nice,
Right.
a nice way to give back. It's a nice way to make people feel
Thank
good,
you.
and in the process, if you feel good as well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Thank you.
Yeah. So it's been a pleasure.
Right, Zan.
Thank you very much, Captain.
Thank you so much, Zan. Nice to meet you.
All right. Yay!
Thanks.